Like that's important to some people, or where you want to live, or things of that nature. And or if parents, we're at the age where a lot of our parents are getting sick, and so we don't even have. I'm realizing, me and my friends talked about it. Like even when we're dating, we need to have these conversations about family dynamics, because what if we have to bring our parents in the home because they're older? That can really uproot a marriage, right? And so it's these tough conversations that a lot of people don't have when they're dating, that leads to this. Oh, we're getting divorced when something hits the fan, right? So I love what y'all are saying, though.
Yeah. It's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. What do y'all think are some of the misconceptions about marriage? Because clearly, you see a lot of people that's not married out here, and they've never been married before, but a lot of people just have a skewed view of what marriage is. But then talking to you guys, I give a whole different scope of it.
They think it's boring.
I think
that's. Yep. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was boring, because I'm like, I'll be honest with you. This is what I was thinking. I was like, you mean to tell me I gotta have sex with the same woman for the rest of my natural born life? What's so exciting about that? I mean, I was ignorant at the time, but I was thinking like, yo, how?
You find new stuff to do.
You gotta be creative, right?
You get to experiment with the person that you feel safe with, and have confidence that they're not going out and doing the same stuff with somebody else the next night.
Absolutely.
So yes, is having sex with the same person like for the rest of your life, does it sound like it's an awful thing? It does sound like it's an awful thing, but if you make the choice for it not to be, and you're in alignment with the person that you're married to, it can be very amazing.
Yeah, so our new hashtag is marriage is fun.
Yeah.
Because people think that marriage is boring because of all the things we talked about, right? So sexless marriage, dating, like we had an article written on us a couple weeks ago, and they said they thought, because I said we've been dating for 4 years, that we dated for 4 years and then got married. They didn't even recognize that I'm still dating her even though we're married.
Right.
And it's just because that's the mentality, right? Like, oh, you date, then you get married. Like, no. You still date, you get married, and you still date. And a lot of people don't date. A lot of people don't make time for their marriage. They make time for the kids. That they won't do whatever because they got to get the kids. Okay, them kids gonna be. How many people have you seen that get kids, that have kids rather? The kids go off to college, and the husband and wife divorce.
All the time.
Yeah.
Because they spent
that was keeping them together.
And they didn't have to deal with each other because they didn't like each other, but they didn't know it because they were doing the kids and the school and the work. And that's all they focused on for 18, 19, 20 years. And you married 23 years. Listen, we talk about only 3 years. It's not only, it's 3 years.
Yeah.
People, it's 3 good years. It's 3 great years. It's not, people married, I've married 25 years. Are you happy though? Like, I don't care that you married 25 years if you and your spouse sleep in opposite rooms. Right. Y'all don't have sex. Y'all don't go on dates. Yeah. We were at Valentine's Day at a restaurant, and this couple walked in, and you could tell it was like obligatory. I didn't take her out for Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah.
They were there for 45 minutes, and they were gone. He ain't put on no clothes. Like he just it was like, what are you doing? Yeah. And so people, the misconception of one of them is that marriage is boring. Marriage, anything is what you make it.
That's right.
Yeah. Period. Anything what you make it.
I think another misconception is that you lose your freedom. You lose your identity.
Man, I just think you're saying, like, I can't go out like I used to.
Speak on that.
Go to Tony's house. Go to Tony's house real quick. I'll be back.
On that, I get guys at the gym like, let me go check in with the wife, or let me check in with the hubby, and but yeah, go ahead.
So I understand, like, there is a level of let me check in. Respectfully, and considering your spouse or whatever, but this falls in line again with what I said about being older and knowing who you are and choosing the right person. Having that conversation in the beginning saying, this is who I am. I enjoy going out. Now, I'm not out here trying to find something new. I just like going out and listening to music or hanging with my friends or whatever the case may be. And if you know in the beginning when you're dating, for guys, because it's usually the women that have issue with that when the man wants to go out.
I'm like, bye. You said you're the girl night this weekend, right? I'm going to go play this game real quick. I'm going to go
You'll see that. You'll see that early on, and you can get a temperature, a gauge for, okay, she's she's the type of person who's going to stifle who I am. Like, if you are able to prove that I can be faithful and committed to you and still be myself, then why not? So again, finding the right person, being in alignment with a person who accepts you for who you are.
I think we've gotten better
because some people
with
are
that.
homebodies, and then if you're not a homebody, that's not gonna work. If like y'all said, the date nights work, but it's like we could do date nights sometimes in the house, but can we go out or listen to jazz or something? But if the person doesn't want to do that, then that does cause friction.
Cause some friction for sure.
Yeah.
I think we've gotten better with this though, because there was a moment where I was like, I'm kind of scared to go out by myself. Like I can't, like I don't know how to ask the question to go out by myself because I know a lot of people.
Yeah.
Her circle is much smaller than mine. So she's got like 3 friends, right? Like I'm not being funny, but like her best friend from college, her sister, like, and her uncle, right? So that's like her family. And we do a lot, almost everything together. But we've gotten to the place, I would say the last 3 months, where like I went out by myself. Now people in the city are like, where's Tracy? Where's Tracy? Where's Ryan? And I'm like, dang, I'm still an individual, bro. Like, I can be outside and not have my wife. No joke. We were out the other night. She was inside. I was outside. I was like, where's Tracy? She's at the door, right there.
Because they used to seeing y'all together.
Yeah.
And that's fine. So now she's getting a girl circle. So they have a once a month and they go out. In my mind, I'm like, that means I got one night to do whatever. Because something I didn't think about, and she brought it to my attention recently, is I don't get alone time.
Just alone time, not hey, go hang out with whoever, just time alone by himself in the house per se.
Yeah, because she works from home. So the weeks we don't have the kids, when I come home, she's there. The weeks we do have the kids, they're all there. So I don't have a moment of just being Ryan. So now we've gotten to a place like, okay, she got a girls' night Saturday. What am I going to do? And quite honestly, most of the time, it's nothing.
When I'm out with the
That's
girls,
the best
yeah.
times right there.
It's,
When you do
it's
nothing.
literally like
That's
at
the
the
best time.
crib, watching TV, playing the game, like literally nothing. And I feel like I should be doing something. Like it's nice this weekend, and I got the house to myself where I can go out and do whatever. And I just typically do nothing. So we've gotten better with we've always been individuals in the marriage, but I think from the going out perspective or doing things on our own, we've gotten better with doing that individually. So it's been a cool little change.
And I'll add one more thing to that
Oh,
to
go ahead,
speak to the, finding the right, for guys, finding the right woman and being in alignment with somebody who accepts you for who you are. In those 3 months, the last 3 months, he came home. You went out 2 nights in a row because I had things to do too.
Yeah.
And after that second night, I sat him down and I was like, hey, so I've noticed that like when you do these particular things, like you come home like full. You come home just talking and about all the interactions you had and the people who poured into you and who you got to pour into. And I said, I really like that. I love that for you. So I think it's important that we continue, to at least once a month, try to find these things where we can be just ourselves without each other.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Ain't nothing going on, ain't nothing wrong. Just so I know. You see me out by myself, you see her out by herself.
So basically,
we trying something new.
So basically, you can't lose yourself within the marriage.
No.
Right.
can't.
Gotcha.
No,
Okay, yeah,
absolutely
yeah,
not.
yeah.
But that's dope that y'all give each other grace to understand that. And you
Yeah.
have them, both of you guys have the emotional intelligence, because of what if one wanted to do and the other didn't understand it? Then you have these issues where they're thinking, oh, you trying to be in the streets, you trying to be in the club. No, it's just I need my individual time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So Mike, show this. 1 in 4 black women, and this is for the women, 1 in 4 black women will be married in a lifetime.
Wow.
1 in 4.
Is that a recent stat?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Never be married, you said?
Yeah, 1 in 4 will be married.
Will be
married.
So
Oh.
3 will not. 1
Three
will
will not.
not.
Yeah. 3 will not, but only
Wow.
one
One
out of
in
that
4
Yeah.
will be married in a lifetime.
A lifetime. Yeah.
So let me make sure I question. Do you feel like
Wow.
black women have a difficult time being married because they're not ascribing to traditional gender roles? Or is it much more deeper than that? Like, what's the issue? Because when you look at all races of women, black women are the least married. Can you guys shine a little bit of light on that? Like, what's the issue with that? Why are black women the least married?
Well, I'll go first. I know there's multiple reasons because I've seen the study. Me and my friends talk about it. So one of it is we're choosing to marry within our race, and we are out. The numbers don't add up. It's way more black women than men. Yeah, they're either in prison, dead. They don't like women, whatever the case may be, which is to your choice. But it's the numbers aren't adding up, right? So that's one of it. The second part is that we are advancing. So we're the number one demographic, advancing in careers, education, making money, getting a bag, and different things of that nature. And we're trying to find sometimes some of the women, because I don't like to speak to all women, you're trying to find our equal. And it is harder when you have the average black male making what we said, $55,000 a year, right? And then you have a lot of black women that are educated in the most, in out of all the other demographics, especially leading in women, and we can't find our equal. And people, a lot of women are struggling with that. So, but I do know that it has been increasing when we do marry outside of our race. And we're more open-minded. So I wouldn't say it's based on us not subscribing to traditional gender roles, because I love gender roles, traditional. I know a lot of people who do, so I wouldn't say that. But there's there are a lot of different reasons. And we were raised different. We were just talking about that. So some black women, we were raised, because we have female friends of other races. They're in their culture, they're raised when they're young to get married right out of college, to seek a husband in college, things of that nature, be a mother, be a wife. Some of us, or most of us, were raised to go after our career. Like, you don't need a man, you want a man, right? And we were raised with those different things. I come from a 2-parent household, parents still married 40 plus years, because they know I always get the number for, I think 46 years, 47 years. But so I've seen that. I was brought up in a family where most of everybody was married. A lot of people I know are married. I have the examples in the community, right? But that's, and I know what that means, but a lot of us were raised to focus on career, education, things of that nature, and then get married a little later in life. And now we're like, okay, we're still waiting and things of that nature.
And that was going to bring me to my next question. Why, as black people, why do we wait so long to get married? And then when you when you look at other, I'm not saying all, but most of the other people, they get married a lot early. They build from there. But because I know my mentality used to be, I got to get my money right. I got to get this together. Like you said, I got to get these